Hi, hello. This is the fourth day of my sharing challenge, and I'm going to share about something on autism based on my personal clinical experience over many years as a therapist. So, today I'm sharing about the most persevering students. Okay, so there are many students that I work with, they have a lot of like unchanged choices of things like the same food, the same clothes, the same activities, the same people, the same routines, etc., etc. And that persistence is pretty strong, and it is so strong that it's giving a lot of consistency, and people just go around them and they know exactly what they need and what they want. To a certain extent, it's good, but um, it is often very frustrating because when life changes, there are a lot of like changing things. Um, and without that flexibility, it could cause a huge chaos. And with the change of anything, it could also grow into temper, a lot of, well, negative emotions and stuff like that. And it could be very difficult to handle for parents and support persons. I remember that I have one boy who was like 17 years old, and he was very, very persevere on his daily routine. One day he came to my clinic to have a therapy session, but well, unfortunately, he got on the wrong time, and his helper actually confused the time, so he was one day earlier than his scheduled appointment. And when I told him about it, he decided not to leave, and then so no matter what we did, what we said, it's not working. So in the end, I used 3 minutes to complete a schedule. So he came into my place, into the room. I asked him to get out the notebook, put down his bag. So I talked to him a little bit and then write something on the book, asked him to put back the book into the bag and then go out. So it took me 3 minutes to finish that very quickly routine in a nutshell, and he was happy to leave. And another student who was like 15 years old, a secondary school student then, um, he was very strict about what he would take in the morning. So for many years, his breakfast was the same. But then it's very difficult because um, sometimes the restaurant will not have the same food served. Sometimes they closed, and whenever that happens, it creates a chaos as well. And the mother is really frustrating with what would happen anytime that things got changed. I have another little boy, 5-year-old, and he was um, have this unknowingly why persistence over his clothes. He has to wear the same thing every day. Same clothes, same shoes. And it's a big headache to his mother because he always have to buy the same things. And when he grows up and grow up and he needs well new sizes, he may not be able to get the same thing again, and it will be a lot of time before he is able to change into a new set of clothes and shoes. And you can imagine opening his wardrobe. It would be like Steve Jobs or some of these computer people. They have all the same thing. Okay, all the same thing in there. Okay, all the same shirt, all the time. Um, so what I did with these students was to explore a very important concept called change. Well, it sounds very, very simple, but it was so powerful um, and so important for them to understand. We first of all will understand what that means, what change means, and then we observe change in our environment. And we found out, and all of them found out that well, change was inevitable. Okay, it happens all the time, and even with change, they are going to survive. That's the most important thing because it seems like that when things change, they're not going to survive at all, and so they will get into like temper tantrum, and a lot of bad things happen like that. And then, um, with the exploration and with the observation, we started to create change in our environment, and with that, slowly, slowly, they start to accept change. And I would remember all of my students that I've mentioned about had so much Well, differences after they understand this concept. The boy who had a very strict routine need started to accept changes in the routine. So, in case one day the teacher was changed and into something, into another person, or maybe he needs to change the room to another activity room, he was not that upset. The other boy could be able to go to different restaurants to have different sets of breakfasts, and most lovingly, the little 5-year-old boy, at the end, he would be able to choose his favorite clothes. And every time he had a new shirt, he would come and show me. And he was so proud that he has a new one. And I'm so happy to see all these happenings. So you can see that understanding just a simple concept would be getting to the core of the need of these people, of these autistic individuals. So once they get all these concepts that are very important for them to develop, they will just empower themselves and to be able to live a better life and happier life. So today, my sharing is about the most persevering student. I hope you like it, and please share my video. And if you could, you can also donate to Ron Davis Autism Foundation, who could empower even more people in the whole wide world. Okay, so that's for today. So see you tomorrow. Bye.